Hello and welcome to News Now. I am Margaret Opara. The National Association of Kogi State Students has expressed a determination to defend the government over the ownership of the Obajana Cement up to the International Court of Justice, accusing the Dangote Group of exploitation and intimidation. The students backed the Kogi government's demand in a statement signed by Rachael Balogun, the president of NAKOS. They also alleged that the Dangote firm exploited Kogi for years, resulting in deaths due to environmental hazards of the company's activities in the hands of its reckless drivers that have killed many across Nigeria. According to the statement, the failure of the management of Dangote Cement to show evidence of responsible transfer of the shares of the company's belongings to Kogi suggests that the company allegedly robbed indigenes of Kogi in their birthright. It noted that the Obajana Cement factory was established and nurtured by Kogi State government until Dangote offered to partner with the state. The student further accused the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria of misleading arguments, noting that we are duty-bound to inform the public that the argument of the association, which the whole world knows is being controlled by Alhaji Yahaya Dangote, is lopsided and lacked merit. End of quote. Now, the National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control has warned importers, distributors, retailers, and consumers to avoid importation, distribution, sale, and use of substandard cough syrup made in India. The World Health Organization had on October 5 issued a global alert over 4 Indian-made cough syrups linked to the death of 66 children in the Gambia. The 4 products are promethazine, oral solution, Cofex Maslin, baby cough syrup, Macof baby cough syrup, and Maghrib and cold syrup. The Global Health Body alerted that the stated manufacturer of these products is Maiden Pharmaceuticals Limited, Haryana, India. To date, stated manufacturer has not provided guarantees to the WHO on the safety and quality of these products. Also, an alert notice to healthcare providers and the public issued by the agency and made available to our correspondent stated that all batches of the product should be considered unsafe. Now, operatives of the Oyo State Police Command have arrested 3 suspects in connection with the illegal possession of 350 pieces of live cartridges. The police paraded the suspects at the police headquarters in Eleyele, Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The command's public relations officer Adewale Osifeso disclosed that the suspects were nabbed in a sharing area of the state and specialized in selling ammunition to criminal groups in the axis. The command also nabbed 4 suspects who specialized in dispossessing innocent residents of Ogbomoso of their tricycles.
On the 25th of September 2022 at about 15:30 hours, that's about 3:30 p.m. local time, credible information was received at the operational base of the command's monitoring unit, and that suspected members of a criminal syndicate specialized in illegal importation and supply of ammunition, that is cartridges, to some notorious armed robbery and kidnapping syndicate terrorizing unsuspecting members of the public in different parts of Oyo State and neighboring states were sighted at their hideout in Iseyin town, Oyo State. Our men swung into action, and upon the action, we were able to, of course, apprehend 3 suspects.
Now, a civil society organization has blamed the problems of Nigeria on poor quality of leadership choices and the inability of the leaders to properly manage the country's resources. The convener of the Future Leadership Conference, Mark Idahi, at a briefing said Nigerians are suffering serious economic hardship, and this is forcing Nigerians to make terrible decisions about the kind of people leading them. Idahi opined that there is a need to stimulate, orientate, equip and challenge the mind of the youth towards selecting effective leaders for the country.
We have to get to the place again where we can let the people know and have that orientation, make people understand that it still pays to be a person of integrity, to have value. It still pays to be someone who can inspire trust in the society. And in as much as we want to believe that everyone is on that race, I tell you there are still few people who have insisted on values, on integrity.
We need a leader with, how do I put it, with ideas. A leader that has seen it all, a leader that is cerebral, a leader that is willing to listen, a leader that is ready to bring other Nigerians to a drawing table, to the drawing table. It has to be an inclusive leadership. You cannot sit on your chair, right in your office, and decide on policies or come up with policies.
No.
You need to meet the people out there. There has to be town hall meetings.
This year's edition is titled the African Edition, and it is scheduled to take place on the 28th of October at Oriental Hotel, Victoria Island. The Future Leadership Conference has committed positively to inspiring Nigerian youths for about 7 years, thereby bringing together youth influencers, thought leaders, entrepreneurs, academics, clerics, etc. According to statistics, the conference has inspired well over 30,000 young Nigerians since inception in entrepreneurship, leadership, climate change, and civic responsibility.
We'll go on a commercial break now. African news after the break.
Are you a content creator, podcaster, voiceover artist, or show producer in need of a studio space or equipment for your project? Then look no further. We got you covered. With the very best of equipment and studio spaces at the most affordable rates you can ever imagine. For further inquiries, call 081-8236-4120 or you can call 070-68-000-168 or visit our head office at number 12 Old Olowara Road, Ojodu Berger, Lagos.
Glad to have you back. And now on the Africa scene, the United Nations support mission in Libya, UNSMIL, condemned on Sunday the heinous murder of at least 15 migrant and asylum seekers in the Libyan city of Sabranta West, calling for bringing the perpetrators to justice. 15 bodies of migrants, some of them burned, were discovered on Friday on the coast of Sabranta, 70 kilometers from the capital, Tripoli. An important departure point for thousands of people who seek each year to reach the Italian coast. This tragedy is a stark reminder of the lack of protection faced by migrants and asylum seekers in Libya, as well as the widespread human rights violations perpetrated by powerful trafficking and criminal networks, the UN mission said. According to local media, the migrants, mostly from the sub-Saharan Africa, were killed on Thursday by gunfire following a dispute between smugglers. One of the groups of the smugglers involved in the dispute then set fire to the boats on Friday, the same source said. And now the foreign scene. Russia fired cruise missiles at cities across Ukraine during rush hour on Monday morning, killing civilians and knocking out power and heat in what President Vladimir Putin declared to be revenge for Ukrainian attacks, including a breach to Crimea. The missiles tore into busy intersections, parks and tourist sites in the center downtown Kyiv with an intensity not seen even when Russian forces attempted to capture the capital early in the war. Explosions were reported in Lviv, Ternopil and Zhytomyr in western Ukraine, Dnipro and Kumchuk in central Ukraine, in the south and Kharkiv in the east. In a televised address, Putin said he had ordered massive long-range strikes against Ukrainian energy, command and communication targets using missiles fired from air, sea and land in response to what he described as terrorist attacks, including Sunday's explosion at the Kerch Strait Bridge. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Monday's rush-ware attacks were deliberately timed to kill people as well as to knock out Ukraine's power grid. His major minister said 11 major infrastructure targets were hit in 8 regions, leaving swaths of the country with no power, water or heat.